the new approach. My name is Terry Toast, and I'm going to be your MC for the show. The theme of our show is joy, and to start things off, I'm going to sing a song called Happy Talk. As soon as Gene gets ready. Talk about a moon floating in the sky, looking like a lily on a lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna make a dream come true? Talk about a moon floating in the sky, looking like a lily on a lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna make a dream come true? How you gonna make a dream come true? Right now we're going to bring out two younger members of the new approach. They're going to sing a duet called Old Fashioned Walk. Here are Justin Ronca and Ashley Holland. will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long time, but far beyond forever you'll be mine. I know I've never lived before, but my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. Before I step back into the chorus here, I just want to, I don't often get a chance to use a microphone like this, so I just want to say a few things before I go back in the line. First off, I'd like to wish very supportive throughout my high school years, and it's going to be hard to separate myself from this town when I go to college. take over me. Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my arms, I want to lose them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Goodbye, let me without one day without you.
It would seem inappropriate if we would not begin with the famous Cari fratelli della spazzola e sorelli della campagna. And it would also be fitting to say, because of the end and because of the burial and because of the fact that someone said to me, it's so sad, and it seems it's a finale, it's a funeral. So what I'm going to say now is, friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. We are not here to bury Rosetta, we are here to praise Rosetta. What we are going to try to do this afternoon is have what we call a mock burial. We don't know how large to make the vault. We don't know where we're going to, exactly where we're going to put it at this particular time. So, a little Yankee ingenuity, we have a green burial vault. And to begin it with, we will be placing some of the items in this vault. The fire company wants us to have 2 items to go in the vault. One is their famous Columbia Fire Company and Hoser Keystone Cops. So this will be #1 item in the burial vault. The other item they wanted us to have, and I'm sorry, but I just took it upon my own to deny the request, but they wanted us to put a sausage and pepper sandwich in, wrapped up with aluminum foil. I said, forget it, Nick. We'll eat that. Okay, next on the agenda is our Jubilee tie that so many of the chapters wore. This will be part of the capsule. We can't remember I sorelli della campagna, and the pins that the female chapters, the women, wore for their portion. Very good. And we also have I fratelli della spazzola. This one will be going into the capsule. We have our wooden nickel with the 75th Diamond Jubilee, be part of the capsule. And our official, the first logo, the first slate item that we purchased to make this the official logo for the Rosetta Diamond Jubilee. Okay. We can't forget our young bells, the little boys and the little girls. This pin will go into the capsule. We also have a receipted ticket here for the diamonds, the people that won the diamonds. And we were going to put a little bit something in here, a little writing, a little something describing what we did and how we use it as a money-raising type of a program. Okay, we have something here from Ann and Danny Confalon. Ann as the secretary, who from day one started to cut things out of the newspapers. And she put a real super type of a itinerary from, like I say, day one up until not quite today. And as you go through this, you can just briefly run through it and you can see what has occurred as the months went on. For example, here was a picture in the paper of Mrs. Toby, who is no longer with us, but who ran our community day sale. We have the first evening that we displayed in the council, some of our hats and sweaters and some of the things that we were going to sell at the store. We couldn't leave out Ziggy. Ziggy is in here with a writing. And as we go through we have the baby parade and a couple of the other very interesting items. When we left the balloons, we had the raising of the balloons. So this is a pictorial type of a book taken from the newspaper clippings. This will go in. Now the way I understand, there will be other things to follow. As I mentioned before, we're going to try to get some type of a fireproof item that okay. And in case, and as the steering committee mentioned also prior, that was a sad thing when we opened it up, the old one up at the park. So we're going to try to have it inside the municipal building. One of the great things that came out of this was this particular thing, calendar, we called it, our calendar. It was put together by Barbara DeCesar. She did a lot of the investigating. It's not, if some of you haven't seen it, we sold it in the store, but the months were each filled in, completed as to what was occurring. One side, and there was a picture, like this one has the Columbus School on the other side. And we feel this should go in the capsule also. In the back of the calendar, there's about 3 or 4 pages that give a rundown as to what occurred from like 1900 on, who bought the first property, and et cetera, and et cetera. So the calendar will be part of the capsule. Also, we have a white porcelain plate with a 23 karat trim and with the red diamond logo in the center. This will be part of the capsule. The plate from 1962 will be also part of the capsule. And there will be other things from the capsule that we could possibly save that haven't totally been used, will probably go in this capsule also. We had requested several things from some of the chapters. We have something here which will go in the capsule again that had to do with the Community Board of Trade, a Festa Italiana dance, August the 1st, 1987. A beautiful picture from the paper also that shows, that will be in this. We have a ticket here that permitted you to go into the program that night up at the Knights, and we have the names of all the people and who attended that evening. So this will again be part of the capsule. Part of the capsule will be the letterhead and the envelope with the letterhead on it that will go into the capsule. from the yearbook committee an idea of what occurred so that 25 years down the road from now, the people at that time will have an idea of what we did and how we started the book and etc. They say there were 500 Roseto Diamond Jubilee commemorative books printed. All were sold. About 100 more could have been sold after the book was distributed. The books were ordered by the people at a cost of $15. One book was placed in the Bangor Public Library, the other in our capsule, which we will be doing shortly. And it gave an idea of, there's an additional note in there that has given us an idea of what has proceeded so that it could make it easier for the people 25 years down the road. Okay, at this particular point, are there any other chapters that have a contribution to the capsule? Tom Vicario?
This is from the Kumbani Club. Well, it's what we have here is a Kumbani Club shirt, and it just highlights some of the things that the Kumbani Club did over the number of months that the celebration took place, and basically it. You can read it if you like.
Okay, this is the first I see this, T-shirt and a letter. The Kumbani Club was organized in March of 1987 for the Diamond Jubilee of Roseto. The original members of the club were drawn together by a common bond of their children being students of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Elementary School. Joseph Koshuk was elected the first president together with Robert Kurtlow, treasurer, and Louis Camilletti, secretary. Tom Vicario served as a sheriff and James Siliberti as a deputy. The emblem imprinted on the enclosed shirt was designed by Mrs. Jolene Vicario and was adopted as the official logo of the Kumbani Club. Throughout this Diamond Jubilee celebration, the Kumbani Club has made its presence felt, from the first ransom paid to the home and school bells, with our officials dressed as women and buying bread and water at the Academy to free our brother Tom Topolichek, right? Something like that. We made it a force to be reckoned with. The kidnapping of a member of the Hosers with a ransom of 3 of their brothers, buying a filet of fish sandwich at McDonald's, reaffirmed our position. Not to be outdone by other chapters, our Rip and Tear squad ended an evening escapees with a toilet seat. I never heard that one. With a toilet seat caper at the Buffoni's headquarters. To show that we were honorable characters, ransom of an avocado and Italian baseball were paid to the brothers of the Ridge and the Buccaneers respectively. We continued showing our fine, upholding with bathing suit displays, American pageants, and so on and so forth. This dissertation would not be complete if some mention was not made of the infamous bed race, the skilled workmanship of our mechanics, John Capizzola, Ron Stein, Vince Hildebrand, was quite evidence as our 4 crews flew down Garibaldi Avenue, but I'll add a little something, they didn't win. We all know the adage, he who laughs, laughs, and revenge is sweet. By the time the annual Mount Carmel celebration rolled around, it was time for the Kumbani Club to laugh last. The ransom for the home and school bells, whose sisters happened to be the most of our wives, to free their captive ladies by dressing as monsters and singing the monster mass on stage at the big time, proved once and for all that the Kumbani Club is a class organization. From our hoagie sale in May to the dipping of the Italian ice during the August events, we showed Rosetans that we were fair and square. Indeed, we gave many offers that could not be refused. As the Diamond Jubilee celebration comes to an end, the Kumbani Club has decided to remain organized. We are proud to have been part of the Diamond Jubilee. We look forward to the next 25 years and hope that many of our original members, as well as our little shavers, will be able to celebrate Roseto's centennial celebration in the year 2012. Respectfully submitted, Robert Kirkland. Very, very good, folks. Very good. This will be part of the capsule. Are there any other people that have? You want to talk? Sure. Let me introduce Winnie Wheeler. Winnie Wheeler is part of Isabel de la Agana, the perfect shirt. Winnie had the poem in the paper, which I don't think she could read today, but she'll explain what she has done towards the contribution of setting a little something in our capsule.
As you can see, I have a replica of the Crimson Tide. That's her perfect shirt, Sisters of the Needle. My poem's in there, plus some pictures, plus our macaroni spaghetti that we had to wear on Crazy Day. Now, they may bury us now, girls, but in 25 years, we're going to raise again.
Thank you, Winnie. Mr. Flag, do you want to say anything? Okay, you want to say anything? Okay. Okay, to go back to this, as Winnie mentioned, the little doll in the jar has the exact same uniform that the sisters at the Perfect Shirt wore. There's some flowers from the float. There's a Crazy Day Ziti necklace, and her husband sealed this with wax all around the rim of the jar. Thank you, Winnie. Okay, the Sisters of the Bells. Beautiful outfits, and they want to contribute this. They not only want to contribute this, but they also want and have made the contribution of the baby parade, which was exceptionally successful, and I think it went over real good. You know, they did a lot of things for us. They brought the community together. They also won the float for the float with the purple grape on, if you remember, which was really beautiful. So we want to thank the Sisters of the Bells. This is the school, home and school. They want to put part of their uniform in, and the young lady said, if it doesn't get in the capsule, I could use it for a tablecloth. Matt Giovannini has contributed the 1962 book. Also, this will go along with the 1962 plate. Also, Matt has contributed a t-shirt from the Buffoni Club. The Buffoni Club is housed out of the American Legion, and the Buffoni Club had their original charter in 1962. At that time, the Buffoni Club, and at this particular, up to date now, they are the only ones that, you know, actually stayed as an organization for the full 25 years. However, the way I understand, the Kumbadi Club is out to beat them for the next 25 years. A contribution from the Ladies Auxiliary, a Legion Post 750, will be part of the capsule. Yeah, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say I appreciated the honor of and the privilege of making your official flag for this 1987. I want to thank everybody that accepted it and displayed it with honor. And I am wrapping it in silver paper because at the 100th anniversary will be our platinum anniversary, and I hope I'm here to see it opened. Thank you all for the honors.
Sisters of the community board, right? The little sisters of our board of community board of trade. They have made their contribution, and that is from Bartoli, right? What's your first name, sweetheart? What? Jennifer Bartoli. If you want a little note or something to put on there, let us know, because this will not be sealed for a while yet. Sure. Arrow that will be placed in the capsule, or that will eventually be placed in the capsule. All right, what we have is a letter from the chapter from the Roseto Rod and Gun Club. Cindy said don't read it, so we'll just set that aside and it'll go into the capsule. Any other items? Okay, we'll have a contribution from the 5K run. Before we go any further, in reference to the flag that was put up by Mr. and Mrs. Joe Bulo, I personally want to congratulate both of you for helping to put Roseto on the map a little better with the publicity. And I want to congratulate you, Joe, because I read in the paper the other night that you were best man or man of the year at Stroudsburg. Let's give Joe a big hand. Okay, at this time, I would like to have something read here by our mayor, Mr. Angelini. I want you to read what you, yes. Okay, as you all know, naturally, our commemorative book will also go into the capsule, and I'd like some of the people who did some of the things in the magazine that I see that are here will come up and
these expressions of our pride and appreciation for the many civic and economic benefits that our community has enjoyed over the years through the growth and prosperity of locally owned and managed businesses. Special commendation is due to the committee that has labored so many months in preparation for this occasion, to the dignitaries, officials, and to all the people who have taken time from busy schedules to be part of this celebration. Due to the progress, modern technology, etc., we have witnessed many changes, both in character and appearance, since our Golden Jubilee. And there will be, without a doubt, many more during the next 25 years and the celebration of the 100th anniversary. But my wish here today is that there will always be a Roseto, and we will challenge anyone who dares to change this. To our neighbors, may all your years between anniversaries be years of friendship and togetherness. And above all, we give thanks to God for all that He has given us. It is through His providence and love that we celebrate Roseto's Diamond Jubilee. With all best wishes, I am cordially yours, Charles C. Angelini, Mayor. Thank you.
I hope you don't expect me to go page through page and read everything of the book to you, because what we'll do is we'll be here, for quite some time. But as a youngster, I remember when this street was dirt road. And as I looked through the book, I could see that I was born in 1927, but during one of the mayors in 1933 reign that the sidewalks were made. And I could vividly remember the people working on the sidewalks. So this really brings back a lot of memories. And as we go on, the street was paved. And I remember when it was a dirt road and how we youngsters would just dash across the road, fearing no cars, fearing nothing. Because, there were no cars here to fear. We never knew what speeding auto was coming through town. And it brings it up from the first, it gives you an idea from the first mayor right up to Charlie. There's a lot of beautiful pictures, a lot of memories. Here's one that I don't know who she is. I remember the name, but the caption under it is All in a Day's Work by Grazia Runkle, wife of Donala Runkle. I think that's Dennis Runkle's great-great-grandmother. Oh, his grandmother? That's Dennis' grandmother, okay. And, as we go through the book, some of the amazing things that these people put together and how they did it, this committee, I'll tell you, it's really amazing for non-professionals. One of the pictures was the one of Mr. and Mrs. Peter Runkle when she was in her gown when they were married in 1905, and at their 66th wedding anniversary in 1971 when she wore the identical gown, it's really amazing. It's amazing, for example, the old post office over here where Butch Romano used to be. Then the picture of Pete Rinaldo and his. And we can go on and on and on. There's so many, so many nice things, so many things to remember. And I think they're saying 100% of what we've been trying to accomplish since 1912. And I'm positive the people in the year of 2000 will also appreciate and be proud of what we did, and I'm positive that we will be proud of how they will be progressing and what they will do. At this time, I'd like to call Carmela Koresha up, and I'd like for her to read her poem or poetry or whatever she wants to call it. It's a super job, Carmela. Congratulations, and let us hear it. Because of song. However, what I would like also is the co-chair lady of the committee to give us a few words.
Thank you, Tom. I guess this bearing of the capsule can be the alpha and the omega because it contains the beginning, it contains the end. And of course, all of you are part of the entire center of it. Thank you very much for all that you've done.
Hello. This is the vault that will be used, and this is the materials that will be put into the vault. And when we get a copy of this film, it too will be put in the vault, and the whole package will be fireproof and put away for the year 2012. What you have just viewed had its beginning here in the mayor's office, and it's fitting that we conclude the celebration in the mayor's office. It was in the latter part of 1985 when I met with the Borough Council President, Mr. Louis Guida, and it was agreed that a steering committee be formed to get the plans of our Diamond Jubilee underway. After many, many meetings and very hard work, it's now a reality. What you have just seen is the end result. And Roseto made history once more. We hope you enjoyed the presentation that was made possible by our hard work of our native son, Mr. Michael I. Runkle. And we thank Mr. Runkle for his kindness. From the bottom of my heart, with all my strength and soul, and with all my love, thanks. Thanks to our committee chairperson, Mrs. Lucille Guida, for her untiring leadership. For the many committee chairpersons, for the committee members, for our guests, and for our visitors, and especially to you, the residents of our beautiful borough of Roseto, who participated with total commitment and made our Diamond Jubilee one of the most memorable occasions in my mayorship. I will cherish this beautiful tape and this outstanding book the rest of my life. As Roseto nears its 100th birthday, I am sure that you'll view the tape over and over again for some ideas and suggestions, and perhaps to correct some of our mistakes. You know, my life contract is with God, and when He cashes it in, I won't know. However, may I be the first to say, Happy 100th birthday, Roseto. Whatever it takes, whatever we must be done, however it must be done, be sure that there will always be a Roseto. So long for now. May God bless and protect you.
From both of us to all of you, thank you.